Welcome, everybody, back to Run the Flood, the weekly Shadowrun 5e game here on Table of Horrors. I am your Cosmic GM. I would like to welcome our lovely players. T103, played by Slippery Nos. Jason, played by our beautiful resident thirst trap, Nascavian. Cloudburst, played by the second sexiest beard on the channel, my brain melted. Lord Rodon, don't know why that messed me up. And Mojave, played by Daybreakathon. And later on, we will be being joined by Morningstar, played by our Rissa Rave. When we last left off, Cloudburst had taken Mojave into the astral plane, teaching him astral perception. Not perception. Projection? Astral projection for the very first time, and they had unfortunately run directly headfirst into Mononongal and had learned the secret that she is in fact not a person, but a free blood spirit of impressive power. Obviously, Jason and Morningstar were in the meat space attempting some reconnaissance, unaware of the spirit nature, and he was happily at home just watching TV and watching over the bodies of Cloudburst and Mojave. We are going to pop back in after both of them have returned to their bodies and are dealing with the feelings, as we'll put them. Go on ahead.
Ooh. So, we had a small conversation at the end of last session, right? Okay. Cloudy is freaking out. Either
I believe
way.
the small conversation, as I have it written down, was simply awakening, screaming, "Oh Lord, what just happened?" And I do believe Jason and Morningstar did bust in the door. We were going to say that after that short conversation when everyone's freaking out, Morningstar doubled her efforts and is currently conked out in the Matrix, continuing her downtime Matrix search.
All right. Whew. Either way, Cloudy is still freaking out, pacing around and just looking all around the house at just traces of Mojave here, traces of Mojave there, just in the astral, and it is bad news all around. And he's just muttering to himself like, we are in trouble, because she's big. She's really big. He's just muttering back and forth, pacing throughout the kitchen, just spot.
He has not stopped playing his game.
Mojave is sitting back in the armchair with a peculiar sort of grin on his face, an odd kind of calm.
Morningstar, I had stated before you entered in, you are currently doubling your efforts in the Matrix search given the weight of coming in and all the scary. So you are currently conked into the Matrix.
Okay. I am knocked out.
Well, Cloudy, is there anything we can actually do about this right now?
Other than to keep watch and make sure that she doesn't just come in here and just rip us to shreds? No?
Okay.
No, I don't know the spell for this. Probably just encase us in a mana bubble. That's pacing back and forth as he's just kind of like pondering, is there anything he can do, and is coming up blank. And it's shortly after that, with just the realization of there is literally nothing I can do, they just kind of sits down on one of the bar stools and puts his head in his hands and just is quiet for a few minutes.
Well, if there's nothing else we can do, then why worry about it?
That's where I'm at.
The
The day comes. We go hit Augie. If she's there, she's there.
We will do everything in our power for her to not be there, or we pick another night.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, you guys do all the prep work. I go in when you tell me.
All right. Mojave, we're going to need to do a bit of prep work ourselves. Just bringing you further up to speed to fight her, should we ever need
Okay.
to. Or at
I mean,
least have a chance of getting away.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not too much of a fighter, but I appreciate anything that might give me a better shot at running.
Yeah. Yeah. But for now, Cloudy will just kind of sit there and ponder about things to teach in order of priority.
Putting together a little curriculum.
Kinda, like in his head, is still like slowly starting to calm down. Of I'm not going. This blood spirit is spooky.
So
But all right.
wait, so just to be clear, it totally wasn't Scales and I's fault that Manamanano Gall saw us, right?
No. She was looking at me.
I don't even know whether
She-
she saw you.
Definitely looking at me.
Because I mean, it kind of looked like she was looking in our direction, like looking at us, but like not at us,
Yeah, no, it was me. She was looking at me.
Yeah.
We were following around behind you, and
I forgot that I'm real shiny.
Don't
You
worry
know, I
about
don't think about it, because I am me. This is the only way I know how to be.
I mean, you don't look that shiny to me.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but
He
you
is-
can't see stuff.
he is very shiny. I can promise you.
I'll
too
like
late.
take off some like VR goggles and put them on. Nope, still not seeing anything.
Mojave, come sit down over here.
Yeah? Javi sort of
T will
comes over.
place the other game controller in Mojave's hands.
Looks at it like a foreign object. Pokes it.
I think
like,
you and me got nothing else to do but this for right now.
Okay. How's it work? Just like idly jiggling poking the buttons and.
T will begin showing you how to use whatever weird hybrid console is currently available on top of the market.
Mojave has clearly never used one of these before.
Gremlins?
Yeah, I was curious. ST, can I play video games? Does it work?
It would help if I unmuted myself. I'm very sorry.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought about
that
this.
usually doesn't
In
help.
my
no.
opinion, I think the GM should be unmuted. It's probably a good idea. In my opinion, unless you need to roll to do something, I don't think Gremlins will mess up that much. But the longer you play the video game, the more likely you are to experience things like rubber banding and lag, even in like single player non-online games. You're hitting glitches
I just
randomly.
accidentally fall through the world.
Yeah, and it just happens to you way more than anything else. But unless you're trying to mess with the console itself, you will not be breaking it.
Cool.
Gotcha. So what I'm hearing is Mojave, 10 minutes in, gets a yellow card for falling through the floor.
Yes.
Yup.
Huh. That's weird.
That's not supposed to happen, is it?
No.
Floors don't normally do that. At least not in the real world. Not that I've noticed. Not
Yeah.
usually.
How many days do we have left before we have to move on Augie? 5, 6?
5, I
Um,
think.
I believe it's 5 because this was the very start of the week you had before the rally.
Day 1 of downtime we decided to spend on recon, which
Yes.
went well.
Oh, I thought the first
And-
day was, hey, we should totally get some sins, and then we end up partying for the entire night.
Oh, true. Then
Oh,
the
you're right.
second day was
I'm sorry.
recon.
You only have 4 days left.
Yeah, second day was recon. Do we need to still get new sins?
No.
No, we didn't.
Scales had gotten that set up with Horror 4.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
or gave us a number to essentially call, and they will bring us or we will get the sins. So that's
Okay.
going
You'll
on
have to
already.
pay for them, but you have a connection to an actual a reputable seller.
We have a
Right, so-
location.
Yeah, so our we have a phone number to contact, to which then a location will be given for us to go and get the sins.
Well, we have the location. We know who to hit. We know who we hope isn't there. What else do we need to do?
I mean, I
will
was
look
taking it
over
easy to allow my
to-
guts to heal, but other than that,
Take it easy.
All right.
Yeah, unless the group is planning something. I think Jay's gonna be working on installing that rigor pod.
Of course. That's what you decided you wanted to do for your downtime. So, yeah. If no one has anything specific they want to go out or contact anyone with, all your downtime actions, which was Mojave, resting, Cloud. I don't know if you actually said if anything specific you wanted to do. T, I don't think you said
I
anything
think
specific.
I was gonna get hopefully teach Mojave a couple things and basically spend some of my karma training up with magical shenanigans.
That's fair. And then
Mhm.
Jason, you're installing in the car, and Morningstar, you are collecting more of your info. I will just give about day 3, you will have gained all of the background of just name, title, and everything on Mojave. And by the end of day 3, by the end of day 5, like you saw, well, one more day left before the rally, you will have everything I've told you, which included the
Okay.
Horizon issues, the murders, the things like that.
Right. Morningstar does not share the information until that day right before, because she doesn't want to give any half information. She wants to be able to just say everything that she needs to say. I think in between sort of the breaks that she does when, it's getting a little too hot, where she pulls out for a bit, she's just working out. She is spending all her time essentially in the gym, and then going back online. The only time maybe she interacts with the rest of the group is to be like, hi, hello, and then eat some, shove food into her mouth and then go back in, or go back into the gym. She is fiercely involved at this point, trying to get, as much information as is physically possible. I think she may every once in a while just do general searches of not searches isn't really the word I'm looking for, but rather is perusing forums to see if she sees anything Monet related popping up, like another warning or another message that's thrown out there on a forum.
Can you roll me rumors?
I absolutely can do that for you. Here we go. Rumors. It is a fool.
When patrolling, you do actually gain a a new message that's gone out by an account. And by the way it's worded and the fact it's in Tagalog, you know it's Manananggal. And
Right.
it just says, "That's a lovely hat you have."
Oh Lord. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask for common sense from the storyteller really quick. That message, if I were to tell it to the group, would it help them at all? Or would it be just more information that they can't do anything about? Do you know what I'm kind of getting at here?
Yeah, I mean, you as a person know that this is just a threat from a little bit of physical description she's maybe gained. You are not aware of what astral selves look like. So, in your mind, you can only think of this in physical, and you're not certain. Does this mean Manananggal saw him in real life? Or that Manananggal is just speaking that maybe Mojave just looks the same? You don't know, because you can't see the astral plane. You don't know what Mojave looks like, what his soul looks like. So Manananggal making this seeming threat on a physical description of his real life self, you're not sure.
Okay. Okay, so then I'm gonna pose this question to Mojave. Is there at any point during this week, right, Mojave, where you leave the house?
Probably not unless actively like going out on errands with anybody, but Mojave's goal is just to lie low and get healed.
Okay. If that is the case, I don't know if you'll make me roll for this. But my plan here is that should I get any rumblings from the group that Mojave is going outside, I will steal his hat and put it somewhere. Because I don't want him to be identifiable at all.
If Mojave
and his cowboy
decides
hat
to
is
leave-
incredibly identifiable.
If Mojave decides to leave, I will request that you make. I don't think you have. I believe it's a sleight of hand.
Yeah, no. It would be a thing of when Mojave goes to make himself a meal, or he fell asleep during a nap, or the pain meds kicked in, he got drowsy and fell asleep. I'll fucking nab that shit while he's sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it'd be
You
a
know?
stealth roll, and then if you do not
Okay.
have the stealth skill, it's agility limited by physical.
Let's see. I don't know that I have the stealth skill, but I do think I get. I need to just very quickly, if anyone else wants to speak in the interim, I just need to see if, because I'm a fucking snaky snake, if I get any pluses to my stealthiness.
Well, I'm not sure if you want to keep that entirely to yourself, but if you want to ask Jason or someone else to keep an eye out or something like that, Jason could help you with that. If you don't tell him, of course he would.
Right. Okay, the likelihood of him going outside with Jason is very low. Not because Jason is not cool to hang out with, but rather I think most likely he would be going out with Cloudy. So there will be a point, right, in one of my breaks where I pull Cloudy aside, very much keeping him away from Mojave for a moment, and I say, maybe catching him when he's coming out of his room, and I say, Cloudy, I need you to understand something, okay? This is very important. If you go outside at all with Mojave, don't let him bring his hat. He has been possibly identified. I don't know how, because I don't know how your special abilities work, or if
Hmm.
it was just, someone down the street recognized and that is how information was spread. But either way, don't let him have
Who
his head.
identified by who?
Who do you
Mananangal? Mananangal. Making sure it wasn't another third party. But
No,
yes. Yes.
Yes, we
Yeah,
must be very careful.
Mananangal knows what his soul looks like. I'm unsure whether his hat will change that.
Well, apparently we're getting a call. No,
For the rest of this scene, Malskavian's chair will be taking over for him.
Alright. Alright.
He's off working on his car. No, I have been keeping an eye out, and I found on particular message boards that a message was left identifying him by his head. But in the language that it was in, it can only be Mananangal. So unless he wears hat in the soul form, I don't know how she identified him,
okay.
but she did.
Hey Day, just how
Yes.
integral is Mojave's hat to his self-identity?
Very.
Oh god.
100% wear his hat in the astral space. Got it. Yeah,
Amazing.
was-
Okay.
it was. No, it was there. He was wearing it.
Okay, then she absolutely saw it. She has identified him. She has put it out on the net, and I don't know. I don't know if she thinks he will find it. I don't know if she thinks that or knows that I exist and she knew I would find it. Either way, he needs to be unidentifiable when he goes outside. Plus other information I am getting into. Mojave must be as low-key as possible.
So, Scales,
Yes.
you have looked at Mojave, right?
Yes. Yes, I mean, I look at his face all the time.
Pretty identifiable. That's twice as bad in the astral. At least.
Oh, amazing. That's so good. I really love to hear that. Can he shut it off? Oh, good. Wonderful. Amazing.
And in fact, whenever he does any magical anything, it leaves a nice lingering trail that lasts twice as long as anybody else I've seen in a good long while.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. This is spelling out a laundry list of problem for us.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. None of you are subtle. And I wish that were not the case, but that is 100% a problem.
Okay. So here's my thing, right? So if Mananangal is I am blood spirit fucking lady creature thing, right? Perhaps she's not the only one in her crew. And so my fear is we go to deal with Augie, and people that can see the way that you two can will be there and be able to scurry away and say, we found him, right? Target on his back. And he's identifiable from what? Halfway across the city?
Potentially halfway across the state if someone's really motivated and seen it before.
Oh, okay. You see that there's extra panic getting on her face, and I don't know if you'd be able to tell why, but for the audience, it's because she's slowly gaining more information about his past, and it's oh my god, there's people who are absolutely that motivated. Oh my god. So panicked feelings. So yes, so panic face, and then says, okay, we need to find way to make sure that he is not found. I don't know what you have to do, or if you need special herbs or things. let me know. I will go get them. But we have to find a way to keep him safe.
The only true way to make sure it's less likely to be found, Mother Nongal can probably find him at any time she wants. Really. And there aren't enough barriers to keep her from getting between her if she's really motivated. That is not. She is an incredibly, disturbingly powerful spirit that should not be here. If she wants him and she manifests, she could tear this entire house apart very easily.
Fuck. Okay. Shit. I have to do more research. Keep that information to yourself. And she goes off to her room to go and continue her research.
Just imagine while that was
All
going
right.
on, Mojave and T are playing the game again, but Mojave's controller is unplugged like he did with the younger sibling.
Having a
Alright.
good time.
Having a good time, having a
Fully
good time.
believes that he is doing the thing, but is not.
Comprehends none of it, so he cannot tell the difference that he is not controlling the character that's wiggling around on screen. Because it's glitching yet less than usual. He's like, hey, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Mhm. Although, during one of these down days, Cloudy might drag Mojave aside, just be like, okay, let's see what you can do. Just like magically speaking.
I'm really good at making some funny juices.
Anything else? Because that's really good when we're prepping for things, but out in the fields, less useful.
Nope, it's just juice.
Just juice. You don't
Just juice.
talk to spirits. You don't cast any
I'll talk
spells,
to
you don't-
anybody who's talking to me.
So you've never like brought a little like crow friend or anything around to say hi
I mean, like,
ever?
there's Havoc.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little
hearing
chat with
his
Mr.
name.
Bubbles.
Upon hearing his name, Havoc appears, just flashes his feathers, goes, ta-da!
Hey, Havoc, have we met a lot of spirits?
Counting the scary red lady, like 2? Wait, 3, but you don't remember the other one. I do, though. You were asleep.
Okay. Oh. Huh. Yeah, I
Alright.
talk to anybody who's talking to me. I see a lot of funny people, but a lot of the time, I mind my own business. If it ain't my business,
Hmm. Did you want to learn how to do any of it then? Spellcasting, summoning.
do you think it'd help?
More allies like your friend Havoc here can't hurt.
True. I do like making friends. Yeah,
So
maybe.
we could go ahead. Okay. All right. Then I guess Cloudy will teach you the basics of summoning then. Like there are smaller spirits you can summon that aren't so good in a fight, but can still help you out with things.
Oh, true.
Either making it easier to sneak past things or helping you heal. There are healing spirits.
Yo, that's all. That could be handy. I do want to heal
Mhm.
people.
Health spirits are a thing. Combat
Mhm.
spirits, watcher spirits, although those are a special case. But yeah. Go ahead and try it out. I guess I'll go ahead and show. Like, I'll go ahead and bring a small, like, Force 1 plant spirit. Summon one in the backyard. because that is my health spirit. As a little planty guy in my tradition. But yours is different. Think you can bring a call out to a friend to bring him out? Doesn't have to be
You
big.
just you just mean like, hey, anybody home kind of call out, or like,
Look into the astral. Look and see if you can't find anyone. Just pull them to you. One that might want to
Mojave.
help. Like, say, I'll go ahead, take my, go ahead and get a little knife, and then cut open my palm. There's a little bit of blood there, and just be like, someone who might want to help with this.
Mojave,
Uh,
who is always kind of looking in the astral, looks around and is just like, hey, anybody home?
Roll summoning. You wait for a hot minute, and Havoc just appears on your head and just lets out an actual fucking crow call, and then hopping down hopping down from on high is what basically looks like a albino crow. And he just sort
Oh,
of lands and is like, "What do you want?"
howdy. My pal here hurt his hand and wants to know if somebody can help him with it.
This kind of looks at you, looks at the hand, looks at you. What do I get in return?
Looks to Cloudy. What do I do?
Hmm. Like, Cloudy kind of turns his head just a little bit. Like, they're usually a little bit more friendly than that.
Havoc just sort of goes, "Alright, hold on. Give me like 3 seconds." Like flies down, and they just have like a crow staring contest real quick. And the
Hmm.
white crow goes, fine. Flies over, and the white crow is going to. We're just going to say the white crow heals your hand, as it is a small, simple wound.
Oh, okay. Gives Cloudy
Alright.
2 thumbs up and a grin.
All right.
Havoc relands on your shoulder and just sort of shakes and goes, sorry. My family can be kind of dicks.
What do spirits normally like? If was asking for stuff.
My family likes shiny things.
You know, I thought about that, but I didn't want to assume it could be taken the wrong way, you know. Didn't want to be
Sorry
rude.
about that.
Right? So shiny things.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Havoc also just sort of says, but I can basically convince him to do anything. Just let me handle it. I
Oh.
got it.
Okay. I said before you're the brains here, so.
Hey, hell yeah, I am.
Y'all don't understand how much I love Havoc. So
Mojave
much.
does sort of like little head switch to Havoc.
Door.
He just goes full on like,
I did
Happy
a thing, Cloudy.
happy crow noises.
All right.
Happy magpie
Good
noises.
stuff. All right. I
I'm
mean,
learning.
I guess you just need to practice more with that and get better at that and have friends help out during fights or something. Help and
Yeah.
heal.
Remember to ask for help. It's a very important lesson to
Yes.
learn for everybody.
It is.
Gonna stick it to my brain.
All right.
Is there anything else you'd like to teach Mojave?
Depends on what else he'd be trying to learn. I guess one other important thing would be like did he want to learn how to cast spells or like defend against spells or what was
Gosh darn,
what
them
what
some
would
good
Mojave
questions.
want to do? What would you want to learn?
Mostly Mojave wants to not die. So,
There are two ways to do that. One is to kill the other thing first, and the other one is to defend against it and run away.
he is the second one. This is more my speed.
Second one. All right. Then yeah, counterspelling might be a nifty thing.
Yeah,
To
probably.
basically just to interrupt magic as it's getting thrown at you,
Oh,
and then help. Yeah.
I'm good at interrupting.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
See?
Okay. Okay. Then a small training exercise is that gonna pew a single little like stun bolt. You do have some counterspelling dice, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
That's nifty.
This would be
Already got it. That's force one.
force 1, and then you would just need to roll counterspell, and I suddenly remembering how counterspelling works.
So counterspell basically just adds their counterspell dice to the defense test. That is what that does,
All right.
or the resist test.
Ah.
So if I have it would be a stun bolt, and that is. It should probably be like force 4 to make it worth it, but no, just force 1. Don't want to hurt him too bad.
I am already recovering from another injury. Thank you.
Yeah. So that would in fact just be that. Lots of dice, but only one of those counts. And you would effectively roll willpower plus your counterspell dice against 1.
Okay, so in order to actually roll that, how do I click on this sheet?
Your counterspelling skill is already set up to basically act with your willpower. So you would be
Okay, so I
rolling
can just click on counterspelling?
Absolutely.
Cool.
3. Which for force 1 is enough.
Yep. And so you just basically pull it apart midair, and it just does nothing.
It's like swats it with my hand.
Basically, yeah.
Okay,
So, yeah.
about it.
Skill you already got. Okay.
I'm learning.
So yeah, I think those would be the only two really get into in the couple days we got. So yeah, that is basic magical boot camp to test out the skills that you got.
It's probably important that I can use things that I don't know how to use, and it's using things I didn't know how to use. So thank you, Cloudy. It's much
You
appreciated.
are welcome. Apparently, you picked some things up and didn't notice you picked some things up.
Yeah, I'm gathering that. I mean, as I said, I didn't even know it was magic until I met my friends. I just make
Ah.
fancy juices.
I'll give Cloudy, you can notice this as you sort of been working Havoc, like all the way through the counterspell and the summoning. The summoning
Mhm.
only seemed to work after Havoc called out. And when the counterspell occurred, though it was very quick, though Mojave was the one to wave, you watched feathers come from where Mojave had smacked the thing. And Havoc was sitting on Mojave's
Uh,
shoulder and is currently preening feathers on his one wing.
So it's all Havoc doing all the heavy lifting right now. Got it.
Yes.
All
And
right.
you can take an idea that Mojave's seeming complete unawareness of his magical status appears to be because Havoc was simply doing all magical things.
Hmm. All right. I will deal with that at another time. Right now, it's just a thing to file away for later.
That is fair. If anyone else
Maybe during like
has...
proper downtime when there's not. Oh.
No, it's probably fine. If anyone else has anything specific they would like to do before I time jump us to that final free day after all information has been gathered, the car is fixed up, and everyone is prepared.
Can T try something?
Of course, whatever T would like.
He would like to call one of his contacts. It's not Starry Eyes.
Which contact would he like to call?
Arson Carson.
Arson Carson.
Arson Carson. Can you remind me exactly what Arson Carson's particular jobs were?
Cyberware repair guy.
That's right. You call up Arson Carson and you get a very quick spiel of Carson's Mechanics. What can I do for you?
Hey, it's T. I got a question for you.
Oh. Hey, T, what's up? What you need?
Are you familiar with Augie at all? Piece of shit troll.
Augie. Hold on. Troll. Augie.
Man
You
is
got...
he
hold on.
fully chromed recently.
Fully chromed recent... Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Can you give me the breakdown, T, of what is his connections versus his loyalty?
Connection is 6, loyalty is 1.
Got it. Huh. Well, I could probably find out if you're willing to owe me one.
I'm mostly interested in what he got done. Models, makes, serial numbers on the parts. Do you think you could get me that?
Oh, that's
Because I
gonna
don't need
be
to
a
know
big
where
O.
Augie is.
That's fair. It's still gonna be a big O. I gotta go call one of my buds.
Sure.
So I got an IOU from you?
Yeah.
I
Careful how you use it. I'm good at one thing.
I'm aware. I also hear that you got a team running around with you now.
Well, I will owe you one. Me.
Fine. All right, give me like an hour and I can get back to you with what I can.
Yeah, sure. Send me the full specs if you'd like. I got a guy over here. I'd like him to look at him.
All right. And he will hang up with you. And an hour later, you are given a basically just a breakdown of information, a simple file. It's not. It's basically it starts off with, yeah, IOU is like maybe half of what I was implying, and then later on you realize why is that Augie's augmentations, though some of them were done where people could understand, there was an individual who was contracted to do what were put on the books of another shop's internal modification, in big air quotes. But the person who did all the modifications is gone. Just gone. Doesn't exist anymore. And
Okay.
he puts in clarification underneath this. I knew this guy. He isn't around, and I mean at all. His house is gone, burnt down. His dog is gone. He is gone. And you can't even find his name anywhere. My man's had a real sin. You don't get it. His sin's gone. He's not even dead. His civilian sin's gone.
So what did you get me?
I got you what parts we know he got, which were arms, legs, pretty good make, similar to you. Actually, the arms were about the same. Shit, hold on, the arms actually might have been exactly the same. Yeah, legs are similar idea. Although a lot of this is just, ooh.
So he's head, arms, legs, torso.
I guess torso. It's hard to tell because this is internal modification. It doesn't have an external unit like a torso would be. I don't know what the internals are, but he's got a lot of armor in these, like way more than you do.
Sure. More than I do. Like individually, because mine are the most armor they would put on them.
Yeah.
Okay. Duly noted.
I don't know how else to explain it. I'm looking at some of the metals they used. I assume it's because he's a troll. But
Probably.
I mean, I don't think you'd be able to carry this much weight.
No, not in one piece.
Yeah, I guess this would be all of them. I
Okay.
can't get any medical records. That's out of my my operations.
Half of an IOU it is.
Yeah, just be half. Don't worry. I'll call you in if someone ever, well, needs to get spooked.
Yeah. Yeah, if someone fucks with your shop or your business, don't worry, I got you.
All right, you be careful. If you're gonna go fight this guy, have fun.
He will hang up and take the file to wherever Jason is. Knock on the door. If he's listening to music, tap him on the back of the head firmly.
Yo, T, what's up?
Hey. There's a very like sleepy smile when he like throws his fingers up like that. Like, yeah, okay. How you doing, buddy? How's your face?
Doing good. It's healing. How's my face probably looking after this downtime, Softy?
Yeah, I mean after this long, it's
still bruised, but swelling's gone down.
There's no there's no swelling. It's kind of like very minor bruises around like the very vesseled skin, so right around like the corner of the eye, little bit on like the bottom of your cheek. But most of it's gone. Like people would know you got hit in the face, but they'd have no clue how hard it was beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Dog, I'm doing good, man. Like I got a little bruising, but the swelling's like completely gone. I I can see for days. I'm solid.
All right, sick. I got something for you.
Yeah, what's that?
I got Augie's, most of Augie's specs. I figure between you and Scales, you might be able to make something specially tailored for Augie, or give me more information. I don't know. You're the tech guy.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, I'll copy those down, and maybe I can work on something. I'm pretty good with cyberware. I can try to see if I can figure something out to maybe help you with it.
Yeah.
Softy, out of character. What could I do with like my cyber technology that would maybe help? Like, can
I would
I?
let you roll cyber technology to really grasp, like, probably to grasp any weaknesses that may be in Augie's build.
Okay. All right, yeah. So sort of like do like a based on my knowledge, do an analysis. Do you want me to roll that
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll cyber technology now that you have the info. So you spend it's not too long to go through it, as most of it is, very run of the mill. In fact, you recognize that Augie's arms are just a troll version of exactly what T has. They're almost identical. With some very slight differences, but negligible. And it's just simply in their design and the way they hit. The legs would have been, you actually expect T to probably get something similar to this in the future, given his aggressive want to become robotic. You're not certain what these internal modifications could be. Your knowledge of internals are things like swapping out a liver for a filter, or swapping a heart for a different kind of pump that's harder to make stop. There's a couple things that are internal, but to have them be so hidden feels odd to you. Like, why are those the ones that were kept so secret? What specifically was needed? With a 3, you know that the weakest part of Augie, because you do not see a outer piece on his torso, the weakest part of him is going to be at his joints or trying to get whatever is in him out. So hit him to the gut or try to take his limb off.
Yeah, man. So most of this looks pretty standard, like good stuff, but kind of standard. His arms are almost. Dude, Augie copied your arms, man. He saw those guns and he wanted them for himself. Like, these are almost the exact same. Maybe some different paint or something, but it's the same crap. Legs similar to the arms, but for the legs. So he's got you there. This chest thing, it doesn't look like he has any. He has like a chest mod or some sort of extra armor, like cyber chest. But they put something in them. It's not listed. Like, usually if they're doing some sort of like gas filter, they'll put in some like cybernetic or synthetic lungs, or heart or something like that, but nothing's listed. So that's pretty sketch why they put a unknown mystery modification inside of it. It's kind of anyone's guess. I would be cautious about that. But if he doesn't actually have a full cybernetic housing, you should be able to punch it and maybe pull whatever's in there out. Good or bad. I'm not sure if that's a bad idea or a good idea, but you could probably hit him there. And then his joints. Joints kind of always will give you some problems.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. Do you think
Yeah,
he pass these on to Scales? He would. I don't know. if
sure thing. I'll handle that right now. Anything else for me?
No, Scales would know better than me as far as what she might be able to do if, I don't know, he's got something wireless. Or we can trick him into opening up. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if we can trick him or something, or maybe if I can make something to force him to go wireless. I don't know. Maybe I can talk to Scales.
I can't help a lot with the prep, but this is what I was able to get, and I figure it can't hurt to give her a copy of this. Hey, you're busy. Do you want me to just run this over, actually?
Hey man, that's up to you. I can do it, or if you want to do it, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll run it over. I may as well. It's better than
All right,
sitting
sure
my head
thing.
down. All right, he's gonna head over to Scales' little area. Is she
Yeah.
blacked out in a tub of ice?
I think. Well, that depends. What day are we looking at here? Are we in the last?
This is
day,
the last
or-
day, so you have just finished all of your knowledge. You just got
Okay, so you would walk into her her room, and you would see that she's like clearly just come out of her thing. And she's staring at her hands, and she has a bit of like a haunted expression on her face and doesn't quite catch when you come to the door.
He'll knock on the door frame very suddenly.
Oh, it's just you. Yes, what is it?
I've got most of Augie's specs for his cyberware. I
Huh.
let Jason make a copy. I figure can't hurt for you to have one either.
Right. Let's take a look. Is there anything I can roll to maybe get a better understanding of that weird thing that's going on with Augie?
Give me 2 seconds. Check your skills that you have. Skills and knowledge. Let's see.
I do have some stuff in BioWare, so maybe
You do.
maybe we can finagle to understand what's going on.
I will actually allow you to roll BioWare on this.
Hell yeah. Okay, wonderful. So DM, can I maybe get a little bit of a like a +1 because Jason's already kind of figured out what was going on with Augie and would have filled in a lot of that information that I would have otherwise not had.
You know what? Yeah, I will actually give you a +1 because I can imagine as Jason was going through everything, he almost left notes, so he left his thoughts
Yeah.
of what the internals could be.
Okay. Cool. Wonderful. I have gotten a 3. It's not fucking great. That's what I
let's
got.
see. Your knowledge of
I mean-
BioWare.
Yeah.
With your knowledge of BioWare and going through that internal set, okay, I can give you better information if you want to try to roll, and you won't have a +1 on this, but roll,
Okay.
of all things, your Aztechnology knowledge skill.
Ooh, okay. All right, come on, dice. Okay, we got a 4.
Okay.
Yes.
It's hard, but as you're going through everything, something about what's going on stands out to you. Because in that section, that's sort of blank, it's in a lot of quotation, looking at what, Jason has kind of stated, but looking at it, you notice it does actually have something. There's serial numbers in there. Now, I'd say
Okay.
Jason, I'll just say, he didn't roll high enough to figure out what the serial numbers were. In fact, a lot of people wouldn't have. It's hard. But you notice that all these serial numbers start with AZ. Every single one of them. AZ. Over and over and over again. You recognize those serial numbers.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
some kind of
I
advanced
have a set
technology, I
myself.
Yes, you have
I
a set
of
yourself.
serial numbers too. Yeah.
And looking through it, you remember that the way As Technology did these is generally those products have about a 3-piece serial number set. You know, it's 3 numbers with the start with AZ. But a lot of these have 4. And you know that 4th number is a project number. Because yours actually have that exact same 4th one. Every number is the same.
Yeah.
They are from that facility. They aren't related to your project. You know that
Right,
from your
different project.
sneakings in there. But they're
Yeah.
from that facility. They have
Oh,
something to
shit.
do with a little something that you know the name of that was a minor experiment known as Magitech.
Oh, okay.
It was a lot of failed
Okay.
experiments. You know that. It was hush-hush, and it had a very large casualty rate. Very high. There is something in Augie that isn't meant to be in Augie, but it's in there. And you don't know how he got it.
So, yeah. So my next question, as I'm looking this over, recalling all this information, is this situation like Augie is an incubation system now and doesn't know it? Or he himself is a weapon now? Like, whatever is internally, if, for example, if T were to, kill Augie, this thing would come forward and take out whatever shut him down. Or is he more like an incubation system and whatever project they were working on is like residing in his fucking guts like a parasite?
Unfortunately, I cannot give you that information.
Son of a bitch!
That is,
okay.
that is something
Yeah.
beyond even what you could
Right.
find.
Right. Fucking hell. Okay. So yeah, so she's, looking through. She's doing the fucking mentaling right now to recall these memories. And she looks to T and says, right, we might have a bigger problem on our hands. The thing that is within him, it is a part of As Technology, same company that made me. There were several projects going on in this facility, one of which, of course, was me and my siblings. This in particular one is called Magitech. I don't know too much information about it, so it could be that this is a weapon with a sort of like a countdown clock. With the minute that lights go out on Augie, this thing bursts forth and will take out whatever shut him down. Or there is a possibility that he is like an incubation chamber for this piece of magic tech. Or it could be neither of those things, and he now has like an extra set of 3 hearts, so that it's even harder to fucking take him out. It's... I couldn't get enough information, but I recognize the serial numbers here.
Wow.
I share them in
Thank
common.
you.
You're welcome. When you fight him, there are obvious ways to take him out, but keep your eyes peeled for anything strange. In fact, it will probably be best for you to speak to Cloudy and let him know. He will be able to see any kind of magical essence. I can do what I can about cyberware. If he is online, I can shut him down. Quite literally shut his cyber pieces down. But that would require him to be online.
Yeah, Cloudy's my next stop.
Okay.
Thank you so
Have
much.
you seen Mojave? I've got to talk to him.
Of everyone I keep track of. He's not really on my list. I believe he is on the couch eating beans right now.
God, that is terrible choice of food. Okay, right. Hey, why is it that Mojave is not of a concern to you at all? I notice this is not the first time.
Mojave or Cloudy, really, but at least Cloudy is useful.
Mojave is very useful. He is healer.
Trying to think of any time he's healed any of us.
I mean, we've never been in a position that he's needed to yet, but we've witnessed him heal other people, so he is capable of healing us as well. I mean, he made you special drink that will heal you in case of emergency.
I ended up using it on him.
Well,
I'll talk to you later. just
dumbfounded. She's like, what? Blown away, concerned, doesn't understand, and it's like, put a pin in that. I will deal with T103 later. And she's gonna go look for Mojave.
and I shall go find Cloudy. Who might be together.
They might, yeah. They might be hanging out on the couch together. Where do I find Mojave?
On the couch eating beans.
Okay. Yeah, I will go to Mojave, see him eating beans, and be like, "Oh, bad choice on food," and say, Mojave. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, I got time. What's the matter, Scales? Sort of setting aside the snack.
Do you want to go to like your room or my room? I don't know if you want me to share this information where others can hear. I've gathered what I told you about.
Gathering. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, let's go to your room.
Yeah.
And she like looks very uncomfortable because she has to share this news, but we'll go with him to his room.
Yeah, and the room is like the spotless kind of untouched of somebody with no possessions. Like he has not made any sort of mark on the space whatsoever.
Yeah. Once we're there, she starts to pace a little bit and says, "You might want to sit down. It is a lot."
Yeah, he sits down, his body language is sort of closed off, but his face loses the sort of vacant smile that is always lurking on the edge. He looks sober for once.
So, okay. Well, I've found out lots of information, but where to start? It's very heavy. Right, so I guess I should start with your name. Oliver Falcone is your name. You are one person from the Falcone crime family. You were, at least at the time, based in Las Vegas. Oh, I found a list of obituaries with the names of your family.
No.
Alfred was your father. Arya was your mother. And Oscar was your twin. That night, there was, there's really no other way to put it, but a sort of genocide of technomancers by Horizon. It was difficult to find this information. They certainly tried to cover it up, but it's very difficult to hide something that big. However, it seems that somebody had took the opportunity to put a hit out on your family, some other rival crime family, the records of which, of course, there is none. And well, everybody died except Oscar, your twin.
Sort of a slow nod.
Now, the interesting is probably not the word I am looking for. The twist here is that technically you have an obituary. They presumed you dead, but your body was never found. Somehow you both died and did not die at all. Clearly you're standing here. But
I woke up in the desert.
right. Now, you don't just have Oscar in your family that is alive. You have a niece. He has a daughter. She is about 3 years old now. Oscar's 25, so if you didn't know your age, you are 25 years old.
Oh.
Yes, you have a niece. Her name is Jessica. She's 3 years old, and she apparently was born on that night.
Huh.
Yes. I'm sorry for your loss. I mean, I suppose you can't remember them, but it's a loss either way.
Maybe. Tracks.
Yeah. You see, my concerns in doing my research here is that, well, it's very strange to me because you've been, well, you can only remember up to 2 years, but you've technically been alive and out and about for 3. And, well, from my understanding, the way that these crime organizations work, right, is that when they put Hit out, Hit is still out until it is complete. Now, your entire family was supposed to be killed. And all of them, everybody, cousins, uncles, everyone. And that was mostly completed, except for you and your twin.
He used
And
me
his
as a
daughter.
shield, I think.
Is that what you remember?
I had a dream a couple nights back, yeah. A lot of screaming, running.
She sits down immediately next to Mojave and grabs his hands as he's speaking.
Fire. He knocked on the door. My brother, I guess. Yeah. Down the hall, elevator. It opened up and I had some really big guns.
I know this is hard, okay, but if you can think back to the dream, the men holding the guns, can you remember what they were wearing?
Roll memory test.
Okay.
Shit!
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a very quick memory, almost a flash as you are asked to remember it. It is almost a full continuation of the dream that night. The memory is in chunks and in pieces, but it comes to your brother pulling you in front of him. The people in the elevator are visible. You recognize them. You don't know why. You cannot remember their names, but you know these people. They are in suits and holding large weapons. They open fire on you and you fall to the ground. Your memory is hazy and fuzzy and seems to flash. And in distorted language, you can hear your brother talking to them. He's angry, constantly screaming of, "You aren't supposed to shoot him yet. Now you gotta help me get him in the car." And then you're kind of back where you are, sitting next to Morningstar.
There's kind of a long pause. Mojave gets the vacant, middle distance stare of memory, and then just. You aren't supposed to shoot him yet. Now you gotta help me get him in the car.
Oh God.
Suits. They were wearing suits. I think I might have known them.
Um, that confirms what I was thinking. Your brother seems to have ordered that hit. Or at least been in league with whomever did.
A nod. Mojave's breath is a little bit shaky.
She's still holding onto Mojave's hand as like an attempt to be an anchor, since she knows that not only is this news as a lot, but he's clearly recalling that night, and she just wants to kind of be the force of like, I'm real, you're real, you know, when this is happening. She is holding his hands and says, they put you in car, so they must have dumped you in the desert, left you there to die.
His face was just like mine, you know. Fairly different. He was magic, I think.
Perhaps you were both magic. I don't know exactly how it works, but maybe you had latent abilities, things that lay dormant until they were needed. Maybe it is the magic that saved you, kept you alive until Doctor found you.
Good a guess as any.
Roll a memory test.
Okie doke! Alright.
Jesus Christ!
I really hate interrupting this. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I just feel bad. Mojave's being bombarded by memory.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
on.
Okay.
I actually have a note for this. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Is
This one's gonna have a
holding-
longer one.
Is holding his hands very hard. It's like, I'm real, you're real.
I'm gonna give it. Oh, that's a 5. Yeah. Okay. So, Morningstar, you witness as you say these things. Mojave is confused and sad and looks terrified, and then he straight up, eyes roll in the back of the head, and passes out into your lap.
Oh,
Mojave, you feel your mind get dragged out of your body. It feels similar to astral projection, but different, as if you're being pulled into nothing but darkness. You can hear a cawing sound that you register as Havoc, and you turn around in this void and you do see him, and he's flying away into some kind of light. You follow him, and you are standing in the middle of the desert. It's the middle of the night, and you are standing over your own body. It is bloody and battered and beaten. And the area you are standing in suddenly begins to shift and glimmer as almost out from under you, this deep well of water appears, and you slide down into it. Your body slides into it. You stand on its surface. It's only a few moments later that the entire lake disappears. And you feel this crushing weight in your chest. And you can do nothing but fall to your knees in the sand that used to be water, and you just feel like you're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Your chest hurts, you can't stop coughing. and in one final cough, you see blood and feathers hit the sand. You switch your memory around a little bit, as if it's hazy and fuzzy, and you fly around the desert for a long time, existing. You almost instinctively know you're in Havoc's body. At some point, you're not sure how long, that watery lake reappears. And your body resurfaces and seems to float to an edge. You fly back towards it and you see the good doctor pulling you out of the water. And in that moment, you fly back into your body. And you wake up in Morningstar's lap. Morningstar, it has been 30 minutes.
I would have, the minute that they, eyes rolled back in their head and passed out, panicked, yelled for whomever. I think she probably would have gone down the list. Cloudy, TJ, just screamed it. And you guys would just hear fear. And she's gripping onto Mojave, and she's kind of giving him gentle shakes, trying to wake him up, trying to pat his face, and it's Mojave, wake up, and maybe a little bit of tears, because she doesn't know what just happened and she's real scared. So yeah, you would have woken up.
If the door to that room is shut, T goes through it because he just thinks Madanangal's here.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure T had come to talk to me, and I'd be right in his goddamn heels.
Yep.
I believe it was the living room, but I don't think it has a door.
No, we went to
perfect.
the room.
Yeah, we went to Mojave's
just
room.
Yeah.
The door just hits the ground as you go right through it, not stopping.
I jumped nearly 12 feet in the air because I'm fucking God damn it. But soon as she sees them and makes eye contact, but especially with Cloudy, because she has just learned that T doesn't actually care. We don't know. Maybe he does actually care. We'll see.
Maybe.
But yeah, so makes contact with eye contact with Cloudy and says, I don't know, I was telling him about his past and then he just passed out. I don't know. I think he's breathing. I think he's okay. I don't know.
So first, I'm scanning the room with astrally perceiving, just spirits. No. Okay.
You can actually see, sitting on the bed, completely, obviously, only an astral, is a figure not dissimilar to Mojave, but they are entirely not the same darkness that comes from someone with no essence, but they are entirely dark. There are wings and feathers hanging off of this body, and this vague orangey aura lying around them. You know, as you've seen Havoc in his astral form, he does not always look like a bird. Sometimes he looks like a shadowy shape with this similar, almost sunset orange look to him. But this is a much bigger humanoid figure. And they just seem to be sitting on the edge of the bed with their head down, as if they are either nodded off or maybe sad.
Morningstar is essentially crying on Mojave. She's very scared and thinks that she might have killed him with this information.
Once it settles in to T that it's Mojave blacked out again, he will drop his arms, kind of roll his eyes, and leave the room. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I hate it.
That's fair.
I wish I could punch T without breaking a fucking hand, but I can't.
So Cloudy's had a bit of a I don't like the spirit, but they've been helping Mojave out. But now I'm just kind of sitting here like you. And when I point an accusing finger at this little crow spirit. Like, does he react, or is he actually like conked out?
It's like I'm saving something. He looks up at you, and the darkness fades away, and you see, with no hat on, just the face. It's Mojave. It looks like Mojave. And he just looks at you, although his eyes are different. They're brown. This figure doesn't look like Mojave does. Mojave has very strange orange eyes. He's always strange. But this figure has these dark brown eyes. And just sits there looking very sad. Just looks up at you and just shakes his head. And the feathers start to drift away from him. And you see that he is in a suit. It's torn, messed up, as if it had been shot or destroyed by something. And he
Alright.
just sits and looks utterly unhappy.
Who are you?
He looks at you dead in the face and just says, Ollie. Nice to meet you.
Does this look like the person I had seen and had done a job with in Las Vegas in the past?
That is a memory test.
That is a memory test? Alright, alright.
We just out here triggering everyone's memories, apparently.
Only a 2.
It's that same familiar notion, but this is closer to what your memory holds. This feels more familiar. This is someone you met before. You know this is someone you know.
I think Shiv gave Claudio a reroll if he wants to use it.
Oh! Cloudy does have a reroll.
Alright.
Would you like to reroll that memory test?
Sure, we'll see whether it's any better. That's a 4. Alright, that's a 4.
A long time. in
Thank
the
you,
past,
Shiv.
You were. Thank you very much, Shiv. When you were
Thank you, Shiv.
still Corpo, you did a job with the Falcone family, where you met twin brothers Ollie and Oscar. You know the brothers were nigh inseparable when you were there. They worked well together. Neither one was a mage. Neither one was any kind of tech. They were both big old bruisers. They just simply beat the shit out of shit. They were violent, aggressive, little crazy. You remember them being pretty damn crazy. And they were nigh the exact opposite of the way Mojave is. Mojave is such a different person.
I'm just gonna go real close, look right into his eyes, and just ask, what the hell happened to you? And it's just
Complicated.
flabbergasted.
And I'm going to say by this point, the 30 minutes are up. And you watch this form completely degrade, turn right back into Havoc. Almost like looks pained as it gets dragged into a black shadowy form. And then it takes on what it seemingly is more comfortable of the bird. And Mojave comes back awake in Morningstar's arms.
And I am just staring between the two, just laying like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah,
What the hell is this?
think she would. Oh, I have a question. When Cloudy was conversing with Spirit Mojave slash Havoc, was Cloudy speaking out loud?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. That disturbs Morningstar quite a bit, and she was staring at Cloudy. At the moment she feels Mojave, make like bodily waking up movements, she would immediately look down and be like, oh my god, you're alive. Oh my god, they thought they fucking killed you. Holy shit. And she helps him upright.
Yeah, he's definitely like vacant expression as he's like looking around, the sort of where am I, who am I, what's going on, recollection, anchoring himself.
What happened? What did you see?
The desert.
Okay.
What just happened? What just happened?
I told you who you really were and was discussing the possibility of your brother having killed you, and then you burst out.
It felt like I got yanked.
Yanked?
Right out of my body. Cloudy, when did you get here?
While you were passed out.
Oh.
I may have freaked out because I thought they killed you, and so I kind of called for everyone to come in here, and Cloudy got here the fastest.
Sort of shows his teeth in an attempt at a smile and gives a thumbs up.
I'm looking between him and Havoc. He like,
Havoc looks at you and then just very slowly nods. And then he
You want
flies
me to
over
tell him?
and perches onto Mojave's shoulder.
While that interaction is happening, Morningstar says, I don't know how, but I think your brother knows you're alive.
Maybe.
And I think that presents a problem to him. And he sent people after you.
I wonder why I want me killed.
I don't know. I mean, power.
like, you know who your brother is. You found out?
I found out and told him.
All right.
Slow nod.
Look, from what I understand about crime families, to take out big family, like you need permission from all family, or rather other families that are also within the organization. It is quite possible that your brother was not happy with how things were being run and got permission to do what he did. With that puts him at head of family. That gives him a lot of power. You being back, not being dead, is a threat to that power. Especially if you were the older twin. You are someone who naturally would have been heir.
Another slow nod. His hand is just sort of like vacantly rubbing his throat.
There is off chance as well that Falcone was not big family, and so then it is a matter of having done the job to gain status. Either way, this is for power. And you cannot afford to have you still alive. This with combination of your light, he would be a person who is extremely familiar with it and be able to find you. easily, with determination, even if he is in other state. Nevada is not far from here.
Well, that's just dandy.
I know this is a lot. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Mojave, Havoc appears and sits on your chest and just looks sad. He just looks down like he's ashamed.
Slight frowning. Did you know about this, Havoc?
Havoc looks up at you and then just kind of like walks up and I suppose the bird equivalent of gives your face a hug. And you just hear very quietly, and everyone can hear this as he's fully manifested. I'm sorry. Sorry, kid.
Don't you apologize neither. It is what it is.
I got a lot to apologize for. Trust me.
Look, you cannot change past, right? It happened. You are who you are now, and that is what is most important. You now have knowledge, so the past cannot be used against you like a weapon. Because now you know.
It probably can.
Well, okay, fair, but at least it won't catch you unawares. You now know as well. My biggest concern is not so much your twin brother, but the possibility of Mononon Go finding out who you are, finding out about brother, finding out about your niece. Oscar has motivation to try to take you out anyway, right? From a power standpoint. But should Mononon Go use Jessica as leverage? Well, you can piece together how that will go.
Yep. Yeah, sure can.
I
Wow.
mean, who's to say she might already have done something like this, and that is why he came after you because, well, I don't know. I wouldn't have it in me to kill one of my siblings, but I can imagine that if he felt nobody knew your name, you weren't actively looking to come back. Perhaps he didn't see you as threat. You were existing for 3 years without him coming after you.
He might have just thought I was dead. I mean, I think I was kind of dead for a bit there.
Maybe. Either way, we will have to do something. To
Yeah.
make you less, at least physically, obvious of your presence. Maybe we can, I don't know, cut your hair, put you in different clothes. I know a lady who does really great makeup. Maybe she can make you look like someone else or different features or something.
I don't think that'd make much of a difference, Scales. Not if I'm really the beacon thing.
You're right.
This is just something I gotta live with till I die.
Yes.
One way or the other. It's been fun. It's been a fun week I've had with y'all.
You're talking like you think you're going to die very soon.
Well, I mean, Between one thing and another.
You're not allowed. You made yourself important in my life. You're not allowed to die. Sorry.
Oh, well, I'm flattered, Scales. I'll try.
You're not alone. I will help.
Sort of gives a very light punch on the shoulder.
She gives a small smile back. Her eyes are all kind of like a deeper, kind of a deeper green with this sort of reddish hue because she was clearly crying because she thought she actually did kill you. It was very upset. Her scale's a little shiny from where she had been crying.
And like, just for the record, when he says I'll try, he's looking Scales directly in the face, making the eye contact, no shifty, like he does mean it.
That brings relief, yeah. She kind of breathes a little easier.
Wow.
Jay would come in with like a tray of snacks. Hey guys, before anyone in the mood for some snacks? I got some granola bars here. You like those, like Mojave?
You know, Jay, you're a hero.
Yeah.
Jay, as you bring this tray in, what else is on this tray? There's granola bars and
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe some
The rest of those beans.
yeah, granola bars, maybe another can of beans. I don't know, any kind of snacks I've seen my friends like favoring since they've been in the house. I'd probably try to throw a little hodgepodge in there. Maybe some cans of drink. Someone wanted to crack something open.
as you bring this in, Havoc jumps off of Mojave and flies right over to you and stands on the snack tray and just starts pecking the shit out of the granola bars.
Yeah, bro, have at it. I brought it over for everyone, you included.
And Jay, you're closest right now. Obviously, he's in your face. You notice that Havoc's feathers around his eyes have a lot more sheen to them than the rest of his feathers, as if they're wet.
Oh, was our little buddy crying?
He just keeps eating.
Mojave leans over and grabs another one of the granola bars, unwraps it, starts snacking.
While Mojave leans over and grabs one, Morningstar looks directly at Cloudy, looks them in the eyes, and I imagine that Cloudy's very perceptive, and so I'd say there's a silent communication of, I know you know something isn't right, or that there's something wrong. Something is afoot, as it were. Especially given what she heard him saying when Mojave was still conked out. So there's that kind of we will need to talk about this expression on her face before she reaches over and grabs a can of soda, soy soda, or whatever the equivalent is. In this world,
It's still high fructose corn syrup and
Yeah.
bad flavors. It hurts.
Yep. Cracks it open and is sipping it, even though she's this is awful, but still drinks
Yeah.
it.
It's processed spicy water.
Mm-hmm.
Cloudy's had a very bit of a concerned face for a while, but it's been slowly schooling his features, just kind of blank face, just be like, okay, all right. and it just locks eyes with Scales for a bit. It's kind of like narrows eyes, kind of like we know there's stuff that needs to be talked. It's a thing. It is a thing.
It is known. Yeah.
And
Message received.
I'm gonna say, with the unspoken need to have a conversation and these lovely snacks, we are gonna take a break, and we will be right back in a little while.
Enter mode.
Working on.
Jesus.
So
Well,
this is things I have not messed with and haven't wanted to.
well, we will be messing with it tomorrow. Whatever this is inside of Augie.
When we were in the astral, I'm assuming I was a bit too distracted by Manananggal to get a really good look at Augie and his new chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Like, her presence was so overwhelming. It's like trying to see an object while looking at the sun.
yeah, figured. And the last time I was anywhere near him in the astral, I was distracted by much bigger fish.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Timeline wise, the first time we ever met Augie was what, 2 weeks ago?
Hold on,
I
doing
guess
math.
at this point it would be like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about 2 weeks
it's
on my
been
reckoning.
like 2 weeks.
Okay. 2 weeks ago, the most that Augie had done was and she looks at Tia, fucking jaw. That is it. The rest of him was still troll.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't frisk him or anything, but yeah, that was about the only thing he had going. I didn't have any resistance from him anywhere else.
And now, he's almost all chrome. Starry Eyes had shown us picture, remember? From surveillance camera.
Yeah.
Primarily chrome now.
Smart man.
With something in his insides being magic technology.
So, I guess, has he been working for Manananggal this entire time? Or is he recently... Okay.
As far as we know, since we met him, the whole time.
Then I wonder why she cybered him up now. Instead of before.
Well,
Because the last time I met him, I beat him unconscious, ripped his jaw off, and left him leaking in the middle of a burger place, pizza parlor. I forget. We didn't order.
burger joint.
Yeah.
Jay will like walk in and comment, "Yeah, T, you kicked his ass, and I blew the fuck out of his car."
Yes, his
That
car
is
had
true.
many holes in it.
So wait,
His
was
car got
all of...
thunderstruck.
So was it just his internals that were the Magitech, or like all the extra
From
bits
what-
too?
From what me and Jay have gathered, just the innards.
Yeah.
Okay.
That could just be a magic heart to keep him from leaking so bad when I beat his ass the second time.
I have considered that mayhaps he is incubator or some sort of magic technology, and or like T said, something to keep his ticker going even after his body has been broken.
At the
Oh
mention
man,
of an
like a
incubator,
cyborg zombie? That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 things actually. Cloudy,
Incubator and
you are-
cyber zombie, got it.
I will allow you to roll as technology again. And Jason, roll cyber technology.
Can I help Jason with that?
I was gonna say if I could help Cloudy, I would, but he already rolled.
I rolled, and I rolled as the max I'm gonna be able to get with the mental tests.
Oh, my bad.
All right, cool. Jason, you are very aware. If you cyber someone out too much, that's exactly what they are. They are a cyber zombie. There is nothing left of them. They are nothing but a monster of metal and instinct. And, Cloudy, upon hearing Incubator, there's a moment where you're like, wait a fucking minute. And you remember exactly what Magitech is. You had one more experience you had completely forgotten about. You worked in security. That one of the facilities that you once had to go handle was a facility that was under attack. When your team got there, you realized that it was under attack from the inside out. You discovered an individual who was seemingly a mage, as they were summoning spirits, calling them to their side, sending them out. But every time someone attempted a counterspell, something would go wrong. Something happened where it just wouldn't work. The spirits weren't powerful, but they would not go back. Something was stopping your magic from working on him. And it took over the kind of like, while you were out there, all you know is that the Decker that was with you that day did something, and suddenly all the magic started working again. You're not sure what the Decker did.
So basically, my spells were all just bouncing off of it. Nothing was taking hold. Couldn't counterspell it.
Yes.
It was just flipping right at.
Until the Decker did something, the person looked ill as they grabbed like their head.
Incubator.
All the magic started working again. And you do know that all of the spirits that person summoned were spirits of man.
Incubator. That. There was one time when I was called to defend a site and then neutralize a threat. It wasn't labeled as a Magitech site. I guess it was just labeled a black site, nondescript. There was something there that just kept me from just getting any magical hold on it. And my Decker was able to deactivate something. My Decker was able to interface with something that allowed my magic to fit. So if there's anything incubating it,
Some kind of
maybe
spelljammer?
something like that. Normally technology, and well, this is Magitech, so I guess if there were anything, this would be it.
Well,
Incubating a
shit.
spelljammer might be the thing.
Well, shit. Given how much Chrome Augie has now, I mean, you don't know if you get like. On one hand, Chrome is awesome, and the more the better. But unfortunately, there is a point where if you get too much Chrome, it's a bad thing. Like when I was joking about being a cyborg zombie, I mean that kind of happens. If you get too much Chrome, you stop being you. You just become like a machine, like a cyborg zombie. What would be scarier than a cyborg zombie that has no sense of life or fear, that is absolutely obedient, than a cyborg zombie that's resistant or immune to magic?
Her eyes immediately slide over to T. She says nothing to him, and then says, right, so best way to approach this is then to find a way to shut the incubator off. You said your Decker was able to do something, connect to something that shut it down and allowed your magic to work again, yes?
He will just nod solemnly.
And combination, maybe me and Jay can maybe find a way to shut whatever that is down.
Hopefully.
Because
If not,
what if it has a radius?
Yeah.
You know? So that as long as Oggy is in room, you or Mojave cannot use magic to heal, to destroy anyone within that radius. And I do not doubt these capabilities at all. But that is a lot to take on as one person.
Yeah. But it is a thing to know and a thing to keep track of. Keep an eye out for. I can go ahead and relay if it's active. It'll be very, very obvious if it's anything like the last one.
well, you got there pretty quickly last time, and we do have an entire day before we're even at the correct date. If you want to go peek now, you could potentially do that, right? Maybe out Mojave this time.
Yeah. I could try. But I'm not sure I got the best beat on him, but I can try.
Yeah. If you think you're putting yourself at risk and you don't want to, don't do it. But I think we have time.
I can go take a very quick peek and see what I find.
I could try to locate. There are cameras everywhere. Some are broken, of course, but if anyone even has, I don't know, a phone on, I can maybe hack into and get a glimpse at possibly where he is. There is off chance he is at the same place we found him last time, but just in case he's not. I doubt Manarangol has told him to stop doing his job.
Oh, do you still have a mark on those couple dudes' cars from like 5 days ago?
Yeah, it doesn't go away unless I call them back.
Okay. They might be in the same place. They might not. But if you want to do your own little look and search before I head on in, I leave that up to you.
Sure. She'll take a few minutes here to see if she can ping those guys she left a mark on their car and try to see sort of on a map where they might be.
Yeah, I'll let you GPS track one of your marks. It just quick line in, find your mark, it comes up, lay it over, you're like, okay, it is at that exact location. Like, it is exactly where you'd seen Augie the other day.
Okay, yeah, so she shares that information, says where they're at, and says, you know, when me and Jason went, it was very much like an old biker bar, basically. Their whole crew hangs out there, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be empty. Their car is at the very least there.
Alright. I'll be as subtle as I can. But if Maranongo's there, I am bouncing immediately.
Yeah, leave right away.
Be very careful, please.
I'll do my best. And Cloudy'll do his astral projection thing to get a small peek and see if I can't find Augie and his mystical hoopla.
We'll make sure Cloudy's body is on the couch so he doesn't just drop to the floor.
Yeah, no, I would lay down. I would lay down. Like, and then I'm just gonna.
Oh, yep, just astral projection. Be right back. Bloop, hits the floor, gets a concussion. You know, like.
It's not hard for your astral self to find its way back to that same location. You do not, in this area, like, Mononongol's presence was overwhelming before. You know that even in the building, you'd be able to feel her. She was suffocating. That is not here any longer. There are some odd, almost residues, like a spirit has left goo It's like on buildings, on the street, like thick, slimy spider webs. It takes you a bit to kind of move carefully around them. Even if they don't, like, alert her, they're uncomfortable to even be around. You are able to make your way around and check this area, and you notice it is utterly empty of all spirits. Not a beast, man, anything. If they were here, they are no longer here. But
Or they just got
and I need
eaten.
I need you to roll spirits for your knowledge.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 3.
There are areas where that red viscous residue is holding the shells of spirits. Whatever they used to be is no longer.
Yeah. Yeah, they got eaten. Alright.
Eventually, you do find people that various states of their essences, their souls. Some have chrome, some do not. And eventually, you find Augie. And you see what you had missed. Augie is gone, or should be. His entire body is nothing but darkness. But you see these red chains that wrap around him. And his soul is dragged in, bound over top of him, as if it's desperately trying to pull away.
Hmm. Yeah, no. And he's still acting like a normal ass person?
Yep, he's sitting around
By all
drinking,
appearances?
behaving. By all appearances. The only other thing you can see, and I would like you to do a sensing for this, to figure out what it is.
Alright. Alright. Let's see. 1.
Oof.
Wait. I think I glitch.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's
moment.
4 ones right there. That's half
Oh.
ones.
Oh shit.
Oh,
You've been
Pixie
given
gave me
a
reroll.
reroll. Yes,
Pixie gave me a
Reroll,
reroll.
reroll the sensing.
Okay.
Reroll the sensing.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Oh.
It ain't meant to be.
It's not a glitch.
It's not
It's
a
not
glitch
a
this
Not a
time.
glitch.
But it's not
Stop
a
the
success.
glitch.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
You have absolutely no idea what you're looking at, but from the almost like core of Augie's spirit, there is this thin red thread that just seems to almost lie behind him and then just like it doesn't look like it's falling or dragging, but it just seems like go into the ether and disappear. You don't know where it's connected to or what it's for. You don't recognize it at all. It's really weird. But it's just there.
All right. I'll zip on back and relay the info of he's already a zombie, but something's holding part of him there. I think it's the Magitech. I think it's incubating his own fucking soul.
Oh,
Shit.
punishment for failure.
Yes. Hmm.
And I saw something connected to it from a ways away, but I couldn't tell what it was.
Can I do Can I do an as technology roll? And I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna tell you my intention first, and then you can tell me
Yeah.
if it's possible. From that information and the understanding of like this is Magitech, there is a tech aspect to this. Is it possible for me to have either come across or overheard conversation about what kind of technology could either what kind of technology could bind a soul or 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 what kind of technology requires like magical, I guess, slash soul essence to keep it powered.
I would say you're not incorrect. That would be as technology role. As the only way you'd be able to hear about that is your time in their servers.
Okay. Fingers crossed that the dice are with me. Oof, I got a 2.
Check it. Okay, it's all right.
Okay.
There is nothing in your memory that you can bring out that's even close to that. The files that you had ever read, most of them were about your project exclusively. A
Right.
lot of the others were either hidden or they just weren't worth it. You got nothing.
Right. Fuck. Right, so my understanding is essentially he is not, because of the level of crime he has done, he is a zombie. He's essentially what, a machine who only knows directive. But the soul itself is still attached, you said?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Is it possible that the soul is what is powering the machinery within? The soul itself acting like the boundary, the anti-magic.
I'm not sure.
I mean, because let's say we
There was all kinds of traces of Mononongal left over. I had trouble seeing through what was effectively a blood haze.
yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Mm, well, if we shut Augie down, essentially, no matter the means, whether it be T combination of Jay and myself, the soul is still there. Does the
If
body come back? If soul re-enters body, I just don't. This is.
there's not enough of a meat body for the soul to return to, that's what cyber zombie means. Your soul is gone.
I see. And yet he's still attached. Maybe the
Break
soul.
whatever that Magitech vial is, that soul would usually just poof, if I had to hazard a guess.
Right. You did share with us that there was the thin red line that was like still
Yes.
attached, right?
But I
Okay.
had no idea what the hell it was.
Right. So I just throwing something out there. We kill Augie. Right? Body
Mhm.
crumbles. Machinery go poof. Soul
Mm-hmm.
go poof. But what if it, rather than go away like a normal soul would, what if it returns to Mananongo? Empowers her. You see what I mean? I mean, she was keeping those children for a reason. It does not seem so far fetched that perhaps she is eating magic.
Once she takes them, they're never the same.
She can have an entire cyber zombie army of essentially bound souls of magic users. She had a few technomancers as well, so who knows what that looks like. They're essentially super soldiers. They do not feel fear. They have no life. Nothing they care for, only allegiance and loyalty to her and her directive.
There are better ways to go about that if you're a spirit as powerful as she is. It seems a lot of effort for that.
Maybe she just likes how they taste after.
Fair.
Either way,
Either way,
our objective stays the same. But we will definitely have to be on our P's and Q's.
all right.
Cloudy.
Mhm.
Mojave, you saw something.
I did.
What happened?
You've seen his little crow spirit, right?
Yes, Havoc is a delightful little creature.
That's not what I would call him. That's not his real name.
What do you mean?
Sitting there on that bed, he was not in the shape of a crow.
I mean, I've
So-
seen.
During one of my past jobs in Las Vegas, I'd seen his brother, Mojave's brother. I'd also seen him.
Oh,
And that, sitting on the side of that bed, was Oliver.
so who's in Mojave?
Mojave is Mojave. Ollie is Ollie.
So there's just like a brand new soul inside of Mojave's body, is what you're saying to me.
They appear to be two separate entities, or so close, or the link is so small I haven't seen it.
Holy shit. Did you tell Mojave?
Not yet.
What?
He's had enough revelations for the past week. And this job is tomorrow.
He is convinced right now that Mojave, is Oliver, and was formerly a part of gangster family and thinks that he was a bad person. But he is not that person at all. That's what you're saying.
Not anymore, based on what I see. And is being helped out by the one who was.
Thinking of Mojave's one of those types of people. That's hard to wrap my head around.
That's like some crazy, like sci-fi fantasy shit.
Have
Hmm.
you looked around? This is sci-fi fantasy shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've read books from back way in the day, right? That are sci-fi, and a lot of the things that they describe, we have. So
Yeah, that's just like technology and all that stuff. And I mean, yeah, we got magic now, but who has two souls and like how is his soul made out of nothing? I've never seen a mage or wizard or whatever just make a soul.
Well,
Cloud, would you like to roll spirit?
Me? Me?
as he's rolling
Alright.
spirit,
If you
Morning
choose
Star
to
is
not,
like,
it's up to you.
One.
oh Lord.
Yeah, no.
Morning
If you haven't
Star
gotten it now,
says,
you're not gonna get it.
well,
Yeah.
there are stories, I mean, ancient cultures that.
Oh, you got a reroll, Cloudy.
Hey!
Gee, guess I am getting all the frickin' rerolls. And
Jesus.
nothing! I am
People
getting
want
no
you
luck
to-
on these rerolls.
Oh no!
If
That's
there's no
sad.
hits and a 1, is that a...
No, it still needs to be at least half ones
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
to get a glitch. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There are ancient cultures that speak of, twin spirits, things like that. So, I mean, I guess anything is possible.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, I guess that's like, is that what a Gemini is? Like someone who's a Gemini, they have two spirits. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just. I guess I didn't think about that.
I have
exactly what
never
that
heard of
means,
two
but-
actual souls, but I mean, I never seen a like a free blood spirit before yesterday either. So at this point, I am questioning most norms. So
Right. Okay, so that's something we know now. You shouldn't keep that from Mojave. Tell him whenever you think it's appropriate, but don't hide that from him. He needs to
the
know.
moment we have a time to breathe is when I'll tell him. We have a job within 24 hours. I need his head as clear as possible before he gets himself killed.
Hey, Cloudy, one more question. You said you worked in Las Vegas, yeah?
Mm-hmm. What is... Yes, I did.
Did you know about Horizon committing essentially
About-
genocide against the technomancers out there?
No.
Okay, I was about to ask what the nature of my job had been when I visited.
Your job was not only the job you went on was not only well before that point, but by the time the Horizon massacre occurred, you were no longer corporate.
Got it. I've been out of as technology for like what 3 years,
Mm.
and I had gone on that job like 5 years ago, give or take.
Well,
It's been a bit.
the day that they committed that genocide against people like me, same time that everything that happened with Oliver happened. Like literally same day. Something to know.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go take a shower. And she leaves to go take a shower.
Alrighty.
Well, big day tomorrow. Guess I'll go get some sleep.
Big day tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
He will exit.
So
I guess Claudia head off to bed too.
Unless anyone has anything specific they'd want to do tonight, everyone makes their way off to bed. No one checks in or realizes, but Mojave is not in the building. We find Mojave outside in the back alley, near the dumpsters, hiding from the main street, Mojave has called out Havoc, who is sat looking ashamed of himself on a dumpster.
Just sort of standing there, arms crossed, looking at the dejected little crow. We gotta talk, Havoc.
Yeah, I know we got to. I haven't been the most honest with you,
I'm gathering that.
because I didn't even really know what happened. So I'm gonna come out. You never actually did anything wrong. You're the good one. And you're not Oliver.
Who am I?
Mojave. You came out of my head 3 years ago. I think this would have been different. This all would have been different if that thing hadn't come out of nowhere and taken the body. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but
What? Please explain.
okay. This is well, what I know. At some point after Oscar did what he did, he ended up in the desert. And that memory you had was mine. I was standing there, and I felt the magic and stuff all around me. But then this lake came out of nowhere, and it took the body away. And then I was stuck in this. It kind of pushes his feathers towards him. And I didn't know what to do for like a year. And so I existed for like a year like this. And then the body came back. And I flew to it, thinking it would be fine. But when I got in, you were already there. I knew who you were, kind of. I don't know. I kind of felt it. I figured it out on my own by just paying attention and stuff. But I'm not your mentor spirit. You're mine. But we got switched. And I don't think there's a way back. To be honest, I think everything I did, I kind of deserved this. But you didn't do anything. I didn't need you to get my memories. But those are mine. They're when you and me kind of combine by accident. I'm a little fuzzy too. The astral plane's kind of weird for your head. But that's why you're always seeing in it. It's why it's more comfortable. I know I should have told you, but how are you just gonna tell someone that they're a fucking spirit who stole a body?
Havoc.
Yeah.
I know it isn't gonna make any difference, and you should have said something sooner. I guess it is what it is.
Say that again.
I guess it is what it is.
Oh well, that's a way to take it. That's a way to take it.
God. I got a lot of questions.
I can try to answer them. Because I'm not gonna lie. Again, head kind of fuzzy, full of feathers, bird brain, you know.
So am I supposed to be the bird?
Technically, yes. And technically, you kind of are. So I learned a lot of things. Astral plane, kind of weird. Does some fucky shit. There's a lot of reasons that you can do stuff. My body's not exactly the same as when I left it. It's yours now, so it's a little
Full of holes,
different.
too.
Full of holes, sadly. God, I don't know what that was, but I really hope that wasn't me. Because I don't know that. That was weird. And if that was because of me, I feel bad. Because that's not okay.
I got half a mind to wring your little neck, Havoc.
You can try. If it makes you feel better, you can. I don't think I can die, and I'm pretty sure I just turn into smoke. But I'll do my best if it makes you feel better. Because that's what I care about, is that you feel better.
We're in this together one way or the other, but you left me in a right pickle.
I did. That's a thing I did. I'm aware of that. But, I'm not actually, I don't want my body back. I kind of like being this way. It's kind of cool. I get to talk to spirits and exist, and that's kind of awesome. And you're my friend, and I don't want you to suffer, and I don't know exactly what to do. 'Cause, would you?
Shakes his head. I think we both gotta ask Cloudy some questions.
Yeah, I kind of think he knows a little bit. I'm not sure he fully understood me. I was being a little bit salty. But then again, I think I was kind of having a moment because I kind of thought I was killing you at the time because I had not done the thing. I did a thing while you were out. It looked weird, and I kind of thought I was hurting you, and I didn't know, and I'm kind of fucked up. Ha!
What'd you do?
Well, I turned into me. I stopped looking like a bird for a while, which means my soul started looking a little weird, and I thought I was accidentally taking you back over, and I wasn't okay with that. Because I don't want to do that. Because I don't know if you come out of it the same. And I didn't like that. So, there's that. We should probably talk to Cloudy. I never actually got taught magic. I figured it out by being a spirit. So, probably should tell Cloudy the truth. It might be good for both of us.
Yeah. Well, sure got a lot to think about.
Yeah. Oh, also, that's totally why you can't do magic. Like normal magic. Like the thing. Remember how when you summoned it, I called it?
Yeah.
And it asked you for a deal, but listen, that's why I'm the mage. But I'm always here with you, so that's fine. Because I'm here to protect you.
It's worked so far.
Yeah, see?
Havoc. Brandishing a finger. Don't keep no more secrets, please.
Bet. I promise I will reveal all. Also,
if you don't, I guess the both of us killed. It's gonna make Scales real sad.
Yes, and I don't want that because they are very nice. Mm-hmm. Very nice, Snake. I want to get held again. That was very comforting.
Get over here, Featherbrain.
And he kind of flies into you and just like gives you a bird hug.
Yup. Bird pets.
He kind of
I
works
love
his way
him
up
so
and
much.
he sits on your shoulder and just sort of like preens himself and just, I think for a while I might actually stay kind of out and about. And that's totally not because I don't want to be in the astral with the fucking scary bat red lady running around. But I'm going to stay like this for a while. That cool?
Fair.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, it's fair.
That's-
But I'm gonna. You know I've been getting your memories, right? If they are your memories.
Yes, they are. I can see them too when you get them, cause you're not. You and I have the same head, cause you came out of my head. So I get the memory. You're getting the memory. We're getting them together. So I'm sorry about that. That's my brain. That's me getting them back, cause I'm fuzzy, so I'm getting more of my stuff back.
Well, that's good to know, because it means that when I got questions, I can ask you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be asking you a lot of questions from now on.
I will do my best to give you some information. Also, I'm really hoping my brother does not know you exist, because I will feel very bad if he comes back.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, we seemed pretty dang dead.
Fair.
For,
I
like,
don't
a
actually think we
while.
should have lived through that. I think that was the
No.
spooky place in the desert.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that.
Neither do I.
We can ask.
That is
We
a
can
good
ask
thing.
questions.
We should go
Now
ask
that
questions.
now that
Questions are
you've
good.
given me enough answers, I know which questions to ask.
Oh. Shit, I was helpful. Cool.
Of course, you are helpful.
I
Come on,
think
let's get
being
back
this bird
inside.
is the first time I was helpful in my life.
That's real sad, Havoc.
Yeah. Yeah, my life kind of was. I guess this is kind of a second chance. And he kind of curls up much more close to your neck as he's on your shoulder.
Yeah, I'm just going back inside, and even though we've got the job tomorrow, and even though by this point everybody's gone to bed, I think Mojave is straight up gonna go knock on Cloudy's door.
You knock on the door up to the loft area that Cloudy was in.
I do have a door up there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically
So,
like I don't want to say an attic door, but kind of.
Kinda. I got you. Well, I guess I'll go ahead. He is shirtless and wearing like PJ bottoms. When he opens up the door, it's kind of like, "Hey, Mojave, you feeling better?"
I got some questions, Cloudy. You mind? You got a minute?
Yeah. Waves Mojave on in. A little bit put out, but all right. So, what questions you got?
Exactly, is a mentor spirit.
Me, player, trying to remember specifics about mentor spirits. Most of the time, they're types of spirits that embody a certain concept or archetype that help guide you in a certain way. Each one is rather unique. Most aren't exactly the same. And unlike most other spirits, they're very esoteric and, well, it's not like you can just summon them like you can most others. They're the oddball spirits of the magical world.
Apparently, that's me.
Excuse me?
Yeah! Gestures at Havoc, who I imagine is still bird form on the shoulder.
Yeah, Havoc kind of steps out and like properly steps up and finds a solid surface to land on. Preens himself a little bit.
He's the guy!
Oh, I know he's the guy.
I'm
And-
the ghost!
Spirits aren't ghosts.
Well, you know what I mean.
But you... How long have you been in that body?
I remember.
2
As
years?
far as I know, I've been wandering around for about 2 years.
Alright.
I
A
just
mentor
woke up in the
spirit
desert.
with a long-term possession and incredibly powerful free blood spirits. And Claudio go ahead and mutter and just ticking off impossible thing after impossible thing. Oh, and that water spirit that just exploded. That was also another thing. Just I don't understand
You
what's
know
going
what
on
I
anymore.
I think it's the desert. I think there's something funny in the desert.
In the desert.
I woke
Which
up
one?
in the desert. You know, points off in a direction. The desert. The Mojave.
Any particular spot in the Mojave?
Place where I woke up.
I could probably find it again.
When we can go ahead and take a look after this job and we get a bit of time where there's a
Yeah.
clock racing up on us and we can get a proper look.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently
This
I'm the
is-
spirit thing. I don't know what to make of that.
Neither do I.
Havoc says we got swapped.
His been there longer than I have. Probably has an extra idea or two. But we have a job tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Are you going to be able to focus on it?
Yeah, probably. I mean, as much as I ever focus. I'm here.
I'll turn over to the bird. Will you be able to focus on the job and help keep this scatterbrain safe?
Havoc kind of like properly like gets up, like uses his parts of his wings to push up his chest. Have my word that I got this. Don't worry. As the actual mage here, I'm a genius,
Oh yeah, apparently he's the
Wow.
one doing the magic.
so I'll handle it.
Oh no, I saw it. Oh no, I saw it.
Yeah, he's actually pretty smart. Points at Cloudy, like smart man.
I
That's why
tried.
I'm asking him the
But
question.
you two go rest up. I want you at your best tomorrow, the both of you.
Finger guns and sort of slides backwards out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Havoc
And
quickly
close the
follows.
door. And this goddamn team. And then heads off to bed.
So, the morning of the job comes. The rally is that evening. Are there any last minute preparations anyone would like to do while you await the time of the rally?
Maybe just like a quick comms check, and I assume we did get our biomonitors, so we're gonna check those.
Yeah, we put that in your downtime. So everyone has a biomonitor. Everyone's fully ready to go.
So what kind of juice y'all want me to make?
Well, we definitely will need probably healing, but I think anything like sleepy juice that you've made before, and maybe I don't know, maybe if you can rustle up something a little more lethal would be good.
I don't
Or
got a lot of lethal, but I can make some sleepy juice. I can make some real good juice. I can make some glue if you think that might be helpful.
I mean, at this point, anything will be helpful.
Some knockout gas would probably be useful.
Okay.
I got those
Yeah.
grenade launchers on my drones. We could put something on each one of those.
Cool,
Could
cool,
put
cool.
Put knockout
What?
juice in that.
Gas. Put some. Oh.
Real fancy water balloons.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if she, oh sorry, if Mojave can make some sort of base, I can put it into a grenade, and we can get that stuff primed.
So a whole bunch of knockout gas. Okay.
I
Just for
know.
crowd control purposes.
I know, like lethal's not your thing, Mojave. But what if you did something like, I don't know, something that maybe temporarily blinded or obscured them? You know, like a good smoke grenade or something like that.
Oh, if you need mist, I got mist.
Okay. Because yeah, I don't know about any juice. I don't have any juice that does that just yet. I haven't figured out anything like that. I got sleepy. I got real distracted. I got glue.
What about right combination magic and juice, and you make something like flashbang, you know, make a loud noise, also very bright. Could disorient them long
I think
enough.
that's just explosives.
Oh, right. Okay, well, you know, maybe explosive that will, you know, temporarily blind and will give us opportunity to get in, or at least let T get in to target. Oh, Mojave, you don't know. And I will proceed to download everything we talked about with Augie, cyber zombie shit, you know, that whole thing. I tell to Mojave. So, you
And,
know, that's what we're dealing with.
Mojave, are you going to reveal what occurred, or are you just gonna take the information in stride?
I think Mojave just sort of does not. Oh yeah, I was listening. I heard. T broke down my door.
I thought you were
I
being
did-
killed.
I forgot about that.
I didn't have a door. How could I not hear?
That's my bad. I forgot about broken door. Right.
No, T, I'm not blaming you for it. It's fine. It's fine. It's just no. I heard. And I'm thinking, even if the sleepy juice don't work on Augie, at least anybody else who's around, maybe if they're not being protected by spooky blood magic.
Yeah.
Eh?
Well, I'm pretty sure there are just some like regular fucking, you know, goons that are there. But there is other technomancers there, at least from what I saw. Right? When we last went, I did see a few that were technomancers.
At the rally?
Or was that or is that something that Cloudy saw and never imparted? Okay.
No.
Cloudy
Didn't
would
say
not have
technomancer.
sensed that. There are no
Oh, right.
technomancers.
Okay.
I mean, you can make a shot in the dark. There's probably deckers, but I mean, technomancers are pretty rare. It's shocking how many have shown up so far.
Okay. Another weird thing to add to list. Okay, I recon that. I say, well, you know, probably they have some deckers there, you know. So me and Jay will not be the only ones trying to combat that. But I imagine there's also regular goons and whatnot going on.
I'll make a sleepy juice for a water balloon.
Okay.
Do you think I should try to make... I can make somebody really, really confused. I could make a lot of people real distracted. You want me to mix up anything like that?
Yeah, I think confusion will be good. Anything that will allow us to have clear line to Augie will be best bet.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Mojave just starts like rummaging through his bag, bringing out various vials and bottles and assorted powders and jar of stolen spice from the kitchen.
20 Cocoa Puffs in a glass vial.
Yes, that is also there. That is also there.
It's a vital part of the potion, for sure.
Mhm.
For the confusion potion
chocolate-
specifically.
Chocolate can be really important for that man.
The 20 Cocoa Puffs specifically are for the confusion potion.
Only needs the one. It's a very powerful ingredient.
Right.
And yeah, I would like to mix up stun ball juice.
All right. If you'd like to
Be
make some
ready,
of
like
this,
right as we're heading out.
Yep. You may roll it all right now.
Yeah.
You know what force you're going for?
I do not think there are any modifiers. Wait, no, that did not ask me about force. Okay.
You verbalize it beforehand.
Okay. I could have sworn it popped up beforehand. I think force like 5 was the number we said was the ballpark. Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. Give me a second to do the roll. Just my brain. Oh. That's yeah, because it rolls against force. That's all 4 net hits. The math
Good
on
stuff.
that. 2, 4, 6. Oh, Jesus Christ. So these are going to last the entire night. Their potency will be perfectly fine. They will not die till the morning. And yeah,
Got
you now
some
have
real.
We got the brand name cereal.
That
you got
last
the
Cocoa
good
Puff
shit.
goes in, and the entire liquid just suddenly changes color. Little puff of smoke.
Boss, come in. Something's wrong with Bob. I think this boy's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oops.
We're not even sponsored.
As that last
yes.
puff enters, fucking Havoc just gently waves his wings and a single feather falls in. He goes, hey, there we go. And yeah,
Is water balloons asleep? Toss this in, everybody's gonna sleep.
Perfect.
I will
Um,
allow you to make, with that, I'm just going to say, to make it easier so we're not rolling all night, enough for each drone to have 2 shots.
Thank you. Very much appreciated.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay, wow.
Hell yeah. That just tells me this is going to be difficult.
Oh yeah.
Because
What are you
Sophie
talking about? What are you
is
talking
generous.
about? It's fine. You know that room right
No,
before the boss
it'll
where
be
you have, like,
fine.
every single health item and a bunch of upgrades
on that
all
note-
at once?
On that note, should I mix up some health potions?
You know, maybe this will be that moment to do that. Yes.
Yeah, I'd
Peek
love
through
to do
you
some of.
peek through the-
Go rummaging in the cabinet, get out some more bits of cereal, some thyme, some oregano. Pull out some, I don't know, some of my mysterious garbage glitter.
Fucking
Oops.
honey and a spit. That's what
Sorry.
he does. He's like a drop of honey and 2 into it, and it.
And yeah,
Messing around with your
I would
drone.
like to healing potion.
Force 5 again?
Yeah. And wait, what am I clicking? My brain just completely fritzed.
You rolled a spell.
Okay, yes.
And then the spell rolls back at you.
There we go.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a little die on the thing.
Oh yeah,
A
you
little
should have been taking
four.
drain for the other one. Too.
Oh, jeez.
Mhm.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You no damage. No damage was taken.
Ooh. All right. Whew.
Now I gotta tell the
I got-
potency.
I got worried. Got scared.
Potency is. God damn. All right, fair enough.
Making some real nice juice.
Hey.
All right, yeah. So potency's the same. Will not die until the morning. You got 4 force 5s. I'll give one for. Oh, you know what? We'll do for one for everybody. We'll do 5 of them.
Hey.
Yeah.
Everybody
Once again, thank
gets
you for allowing
one
me
healing
to do this in a
potion.
batch.
Yes, it's fine. It just means I make them harder. It's fine.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
jeez.
Mhm.
All right, I see how it is.
We're walking through the video game and like, damn guys, there's a lot of ammo popping up. I wonder if maybe
Like-
Hey,
oh
guys,
wait, why
the,
did we just get a new gun?
Hey, the next room is empty and has vaulted ceilings.
oh god,
Oh dear.
help. Help.
You're gonna walk
Ah,
into the bar.
when-
It's got a giant arena.
So 2 questions. First, when exactly is the rally?
Rally starts at
Tonight.
7 p.m.
And when is sunset?
About 7 p.m.
God damn it.
Why?
All right. So, the way that spirits work is that when you summon them, they stay until sunset or sunup.
Oh.
Well, you can wait a little
Mhm.
while for the rally to have started.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, you know, we'll give them a little time to get fucking hyphy, and then we'll drop in, you know, knockout bomb. the
Give them a
place.
chance to like get some booze in them before we
Yeah,
we
right.
crash the party.
Right.
Just for
Any-
kicks, since
Yes.
it can I make one batch of opium den just to have, just in case?
Oh.
Oh, opium den.
Just in case,
Okay.
you know.
Oh.
You never
Just in
know.
case we need to make them feel great.
I will allow you roll opium den. Roll your drain.
All right, you were just rocking through these.
Okay.
Mojave competent arc now.
Yeah. Mojave becomes a doctor.
Hits.
Well, or something.
Mojave self-actualizes finally, and it's
Oh,
just
shit.
I have all these things and they all work.
All
Alright,
it took was the right
uh,
amount of emotional damage.
Right.
Emotional damage. All right. That one will be fine for the evening. I will only allow you 1 opium den.
Oh yeah, no, that's all I was asking for.
Yes, you can have a single opium den. It is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. That Mojave's keeping that on his person in an actual little water balloon for just in case things hit the fan and he's gotta get involved.
Mhm.
The water balloon is ever so slightly warm.
During this whole thing, I will be sort of at one point her tail comes up and grabs Mojave's not Mojave, fucking Havoc. Gently, I'm not trying to kill it. Just very gently, and brings it in close, and she just holds him and is just like absentmindedly stroking feathers. Because she would like to hold Havoc, if that is okay.
Absolutely. The minute you're holding Havoc, he's like shocked for a moment, looks up, realizes it's you, and if a crow could grin, he grins, and then he almost slips into smoke form and turns into a snake.
I love him so much. Just stroke him scale. Just, you know, give him scritches.
Mojave,
Oh.
Havoc shoots you a look of just like if he had eyebrows, they'd be like raising up, going, yeah.
Mojave rolls his eyes. Gets right back to potion brewing.
I don't care. I love him. I get any judgmental looks from T, it's very vibes, but Dad, I love him.
Can I keep it?
I think by the second batch, just the smells. T is probably out on like the deck enjoying the sun, like letting the house breathe a bit, so we don't end up walking in and it smells like someone microwaved Cocoa Puffs.
So he didn't hotbox the house with Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah. He's enjoying his sun. He's got his feet in the pool. You know, he's hanging out, letting it happen.
Nice.
All right.
And
Are there any more last minute things before we set you guys off in the car? And set you
No, I
off?
think on our way.
I
On our
would
way-
like to give
Oh, go ahead.
a brief description of the car when we get there.
Oh, absolutely. Go on ahead. You just
All right.
Okay, so before you do that,
So, go ahead,
before you do that, I send just a very quick message, right? Very discreet coded messages of it's fucking go time type of thing to Starry Eyes. And then ooh lad. Just for even if we come back to it next session, send a message to 404 and say, yeah, about that person that attacked my friend. Who was that? I want specifics. Clearly coded, though. That way, if anyone's
Of course,
trying to
of course,
peep,
of course.
you know. So, go ahead.
All right, so as we approach the APC that we have, you would all notice there's no longer a windshield. Like where the front driver seat area is, it's just all metal now. There's no windshield, and when Jay presses the button and the driver's side door like lifts up Falcon Wing style, it's just like a pod in the front cabin of the car. It's just a pod, and he climbs up in there and starts like plugging himself in, and like as the pod sort of wraps around and encases him, and so now he's just like inside of this pod, inside of the cabin of the van, and there's no window. I mean, yeah. And
Hell
he will
yeah.
have to jack in to drive it because he has to use the van's sensors now.
Amazing.
Gigas.
Yes. We love to see it. Definitely Morningstar's like impressed, right?
I'd like to see them sneak up and punch me again.
Oh,
You know,
and
I hope that they don't, but also if they do, I hope they break their hands.
God damn, yeah.
A little viciousness coming from Morningstar. Also, just very quick aside. The person at the front desk, is there a Febreze can hanging out?
Oh shit, look at that delicious ass sugar plum fucking Febreze.
Amazing. Amazing. I think that Morningstar just walks up to them and is staring them down, grabs the Febreze, and walks out. And then when we get outside, I'm like, ooh, impressed by vehicle, and just slips the new Febreze can into Mojave's bag and gets in the car.
There you go,
Grin.
Mojave.
I like to think the front desk of the hotel now keeps like a case of Febreze under the desk because we keep checking.
But now I'm
About to
establishing dominance.
It's
You
like
know,
Pokemon
like,
cards.
yeah.
oh wait, no, I have to add that one to my bag, don't I?
Yes, you
got
do.
one.
In fact, I probably need to go into your bag and add your little images for you.
Maybe-
Sugar plum.
You know, sometimes they put those like fancy it's like a little tray with a little sign holder, and it's like tiny print, but like with a nice fancy gold border. There's like a little sign of those that say it's like the Febreze is not like compliment.
It's a complimentary, and I just fuck you.
Like, it is to
Like,
mine.
as
It
they're-
is to me.
In the car, like rummaging through his bag, like, huh. I got the tropical breeze, I got the fresh linen, I got the pineapple cinnamon, now the sugar I'm getting the whole collection.
I think you deserve it.
Yeah, no, Scales, I think you're right. I do deserve it.
All right. As you all load yourselves into the car and head off into the quickly setting sun, we are calling it for this week. And when we come back next week, we will be starting the mission.
Oofa.
Boss
I wanna
fight, boss
thank-
fight, boss fight.
I want to thank our lovely audience for being here. I want to thank all my lovely players. And I will mention them all in most to least likely to just stare someone down while stealing their Febreze can. Morningstar, who are you? And why do you exist?
Hi everyone. To steal people's Febreze cans. Hi. I am Chastity. I play Morningstar here on Mondays for Shadowrun, and on Fridays on Table of Horrors I play Acheron, the Samitsi in Oxford's Ashes. And then I am also on Lanyap Gaming, where we go live every Tuesdays and Sundays. This upcoming Tuesday, we are doing a Hunter's Game one-shot called Cold as Ice, so definitely check that out. And I will also be appearing, I believe, March 14th, around that time, on Balsamic Games as Ixia, a Gorgon witch. So if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, I will be there. Other than that, my links I'm sure will appear, and in there is everywhere you can find me all over the internet as the Risa Rave, but also some spicy links if you like that kind of thing, and be respectful or else.
Mojave, who are you and why do you exist?
Hi, I'm Dip Breakathon. I also exist to steal people's Febreze. You can find me here now playing Mojave, or on Fridays playing Hatfield over in Oxford's Ashes. Very good time. I did the character art for the characters who have art. My commissions are open if you'd like me to draw some art for you as well. I've written a couple of fantasy novels. Highly recommend you check them out. They are also a very good time. Working on the third one. Hoping to get that finished some point this year. Aside from that, I stream sometimes, chaotically, when I can. And my dog says hi.
Hi, puppy.
Door.
As
Hi, Peppers.
let's see, we're gonna go with T103. Who are you and why do you exist?
Why was I put here? Just to suffer.
The
I'm
surf
slippery
button.
Nosferatu. Oh God. Oh God.
I'm so
I
sorry.
stream variety here on. I stream variety here on Twitch. Wednesdays and Thursdays ish right now. Tuesday is occupied with other things, and then Monday and Friday I'm here as T103, and then on Fridays I'm Slip of Clan Nosferatu.
Let's see. Buddy, who are you and why do you exist?
I apparently exist to be the party's mentor wizard. But I am just a nerd that made friends with other people that like streaming gaming things on the internet. I do not do much of any personal endeavors on that front, but we'll see whether that changes anytime soon. I've been saying it for like months, so we'll see. But yeah.
And last but not truly least, but our good boy hero, Jason, who are you and why do you exist?
I am Noskavian, and I play as Jason on Table of Horrors for Monday Shadowrun games. I also play as Barry Bean for VTM on Table of Horrors on our Friday game. I don't really have
And
any
we
social-
also have to give the biggest shout out to the most supportive person on the cast, Noscavian's chair.
The real
Yes.
MVP. The real MVP.
Yeah.
The real MVP.
There
Thank you,
he
Noscavian
is,
Chair. You're always
yes.
here for us. You're always here for us and Noscavian.
Yes, always supporting. Always.
And I am your Cosmic GM, Softenomicon, also known as Allfather Softy on a few places and just Softy in general. I have my own channel, just Softenomicon, where I stream artwork and video games because my brain not working. I am second in command here on Table of Horrors. I am obviously here as the GM on Mondays, and on Fridays I am Ebony, the Ventrugoth princess, because of course I am. I have a Patreon where I am doing a coloring book, which is the Periodic Table of Elements as Monsters. My commissions are always open, at least currently, because please pay me. I will draw things for you. I am Shiv's hedgehog husband. I love him dearly, even though sometimes I want to throttle him. And then I think I got everything in one go. Thank Criminy Christmas.
Yes.
If
Sounds pretty good.
my lovely hedgehog husband would start the raid, we are going to be raiding on... He literally told me, and I'm still having to read it.
Look,
Necronomicon
the Discord
Productions.
chat.
No, shit. This is what happens when I'm stupid. I should have been reading it from here. Necronomicon Productions. They are playing D&D. One of these days I'll be professional. But let's see. We can't leave until Cloudy says the line.
Being professional is overrated.
Yes.